Hello guys, and welcome to another Zimaleta. In today's video, we're going to be removing a fuel filter from 2010 Mercedes Sprinter. In previous episodes, we are taking everything apart up to this point here. I have a playlist if you want to follow along, which is right on the main page of my YouTube channel. It's going to be at the very top. It's going to say 2010 Mercedes Sprinter oil cooler seal replacement, because we got a major oil cooler leak here. Not only that, we got stuffed up intake manifolds. Not only that, we got a lot of other issues going on. We got to replace the wiring harness because a rodent was living here and he chewed up some wiring and stuff like that. So that can cause a lot of issues. But plus the Sprinter is over 500,000 miles on it, so you know, the wiring harness might just be bad altogether. So if you want to see how we got to this point, you know, please check out the other episodes. If you've been following along with these videos, thank you so much for following along. I really appreciate you guys, because you guys make this channel possible. You know, I really appreciate it, because as you guys know, this is all I do nowadays. I work on customers Sprinters, and this is one of my YouTube viewers that bought this van for $5,000, and now it needs like a lot of work done. So that's actually a really good price for him to buy it, because now he can afford to try to do some of these things, and then it's gonna be almost like a new van. You can't really do nothing about the engine internals except maintain what you have. But anyways, we're down to basically, you know, like we could just like really like walk up on it and start working away here. And we're gonna just go ahead and actually remove this fuel filter next. So I hope you guys watch this. Bye. No, not bye. Continue watching, please. You may or may not know that we need to remove a lot of this stuff, because we really have to do a lot. And I have to clean this engine up, pretty much of everything, because we got to do the wiring harness, and a lot of stuff needs to be removed. If this was a normal type of job to where you don't have to like replace the wiring harness, a little less would need to be disassembled. But in this situation, we may even have to pull the engine. So if we need to, I have the cherry picker right there, so we could pull it. So let's see here. Looks like obviously somebody has used that's a Mercedes. But believe it or not, I thought this is aftermarket, but this is actually a Mercedes one. Wow, I never seen one like it. And this is an aftermarket type of holder here for the pipes. And nothing wrong with that, absolutely, because these things will leak on you in a heartbeat. So it looks like we're having an issue here. Like last time this van had any service, it was like 200,000 miles ago, and apparently some of the stuff is stuck. So, but not that bad. I can't really complain. My video for some reason stopped recording, so while I was actually recording how to remove the fuel filter. So for me to remove it, what I end up doing, because this filter is a little bit too tight. It was just like too tight, like it could not come out. Like right now I could actually pull this out, like, and it's fine, okay? But what happened is they probably did not replace this for a very long time, and whoever did it the first time made sure that this is very tight, and I'll show you what I'm talking about once I pull this off. But here is the fuel hoses. Here's one and here's another. So one is thick, one is thin. And as you can see, this is thicker and this is thinner. So you put this on, and then of course the electrical connector plugs in over here, and everything is extremely tight. Like this thing barely has enough you know, wire to actually just even make it in there. So if you align this fuel filter just wrong, you're probably not gonna be able to plug it in. Like for instance, let's say you tighten it up in that place where it's facing like that. Well, you're not gonna be able to plug it in. So I recommend to do this. Pull your fuel filter out completely once you do unplug everything, okay? Loosen this bolt up just a little, like not too much, just a little, just enough to where you could have a little slack, so that when this thing is bolted down, that's just one less thing that you have to actually remove in order to get your filter out, because in this situation you could just pull this thing right out. So then you'll need to actually remove this other mechanism, and this is what I want to do right now. So I think I have some tools here to actually remove it, which is right here. So I'm gonna go to my table here. And gosh, these things are super tight. Unbelievable. I'm gonna have to get some tools. So, anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and actually disassemble this portion of it. So what I like to use is a torque bit, and you might be wondering which one is this. So it's a 25. So it's a Torx 25. So as you can see, that stuff works a lot better. So we will be removing this here. Now the most difficult portion of this whole removal is this piece. These pieces, they get stuck on there so bad that it so happens that they break a lot of times. So what I like to do is like shift it back and forth several times, and then you're gonna need to try to pry it up some. And as you can see, it's really not prying up. It's going to take some time and effort, but what we're gonna do is let's see if we could slip this big screwdriver underneath. So while prying that, I'm going to stick a smaller one underneath here, but so it's a little bit difficult. We'll take a small hammer, just try to basically tap it in there some. And this is actually just the most difficult portion of the removal. There's just nothing you could really do to make your job any easier. Okay, it looks like that did it. That has released it as I did it from both sides. So this particular one was a lot easier to remove than a T1N. As you can see, it's a little bit bigger in diameter, and it has broken off loose pretty easily. This is actually was really easy actually to remove it. So I don't reuse this diesel that's inside of here because, you know, it's been somewhat filtered, somewhat not. Even if it was, would you really want to risk it and you dump it into your new fuel filter after you just bought it? No, I don't think so. So might as well actually just use the older new diesel in that one. So I'll just leave this one alone. So what I want to do for this is put it somewhere where it will not spill. This here I want to leave outside, let it dry out a little bit. We do have a fuel filter, so we really don't need to let it dry. So we're just actually going to go ahead and actually show you the full process of installing this thing on here. Let's see here. Where's some of my thinner stuff? There it is, right here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is replace all the O-rings on it that are here. So here's what we got. Just need to tear this thing apart. Dump it out. So what do we have here? We only have 2 O-rings, not 3. That's crazy. They did not sell us enough. So what I'm gonna do is replace, let's see. Okay, it appears that we have one of these smaller ones. And you could see which one this would be. So that's too big, so that's just right. I'm gonna replace that. Then the next one is bigger. That's what we have. And then we have the next biggest one. Kind of strange that they shorted us on. Ah, no, they didn't. Here's another one. Man, this was hiding in the bag. I was just about to check. So that's a good thing. So we'll be able to replace all the O-rings. So those are on there. Next is this one. Now we're gonna go ahead and install this one on here. It's actually better to do this with different type of gloves, not these. They're not really meant for this type of work. More like wrenching in the car. Now we're gonna replace this one. Just because I'm replacing those rings doesn't matter. I mean, that doesn't mean that they're bad. It's just when you get a whole brand new set, I mean, it just takes a little bit more effort to try to replace it. So why not do it? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and actually install this in here. I'm not sure whether it's a problem with air that it's not going in or something else. I'm gonna pull these things out just in case, that way I don't struggle for no reason. It's almost in there. What is this? Gorilla stuff is not Gorilla Strong, it's just coming out. Well, that's not good. It's just don't want to really go in there. Wow, still it's not going in. Can't believe it's not getting seated. Can actually pull this out. what I want to do is lubricate it a little bit. Just put a tiny bit of oil on it. Let's see if I have anything to do it with. This is probably why it's not going in. Yeah, a little oil definitely does it. Okay, so we also have this as a spare. We don't need to replace this. This is no reason, but it's good to have. So we will replace these little tips for now. That way no contaminants get in. And I will replace these bolts. And then we're gonna go ahead and actually put this in here like this. And that's it, guys. This is how you do it. Now all we need to do is just basically replace the hoses, you know, put this in, of course, plug it up, and then your fuel filter is actually replaced. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit a like in the video, and please subscribe if you haven't already, because this is the kind of videos that we do here, guys. Sprinter videos. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.